Hello, my name is Attorney Paul Chang and this is another session of Ask the Attorney. Before we begin, like every video, I need you to go to the first one to know that this does not create an attorney-client relationship. This is just our opinion, and any legal advice that you seek should be done through your own attorney. Today's topic is on trust, and we have a question today from Douglas in San Francisco, and Douglas says, "Dear Mr. Chang, my wife and I have been married for 15 years. We are fairly successful and have 3 homes. We also have 2 kids. Yesterday, someone told us that we should consider getting a trust and a will was not enough. Can you tell me the benefits of getting one? Also, since we already have a will, isn't that enough?" Well, Douglas, the situation is this. My recommendation is anybody should be looking at a trust. The general rule is everybody should be looking at a trust, and we're going to go over the benefits and the reasons why. The first reason is probate avoidance. When someone dies without a trust, your estate is going to go before a judge and into court, and the judge is going to allocate your assets by law. The problem with that is this. First, it's a long process. It normally takes between 6 months to a year and a half. Secondly, it's a very public process. Everybody knows about it, while trust is very private. Essentially, it must allow anybody to be able to attack the estate if they are a creditor. Another problem with probate is that based on the fact that there is a statutory division of your assets, many times if you want to make special allocations to certain people, you want one home to go to one kid, another home to go to another kid, certain money to go to a charity, that's not going to happen with probate. Essentially, a trust was made so that people could control their estate from the dead. So that's one of the reasons why you should think about a trust, probate avoidance. Another thing is to reduce attorney fees. I would generally say that you should be looking at 5% of your estate to be allocated as attorney fees if it falls into probate, while a trust, on the other hand, can be done for $2,000 to $5,000, really depending on the estate. Obviously, if it's a huge estate, it may require more, but generally speaking, a trust is only going to be between $2,000 to $5,000. If you would imagine, on a 5% of $1 million estate, you're looking at quite a big sum of money, close to $50,000. So the second reason why you should be looking at a trust is to reduce attorney fees. The third reason is to reduce taxes. In 2008, if you die, you basically have a $2 million exemption. So if your property doesn't exceed $2 million, then you don't need to pay taxes. Well, the thing is this, without a trust, if you're married, you only really get one exemption. Only one. You only maximize one. But if you have a trust, you get 2. So what ends up happening is the second to die, the second person that dies in a relationship will get up to $4 million on your estate, practically tax-free. So that's a general rule that you should think about. No trust, 1 exemption, $2 million. No trust, $4 million. Next year, it's $3.5 million. So each person gets $3.5 million. So again, the third point of getting a trust is to reduce taxes. The last one is to control your life. Many trust packages that attorneys create have a power of attorney that controls both your body as well as your finances. If for any reason you get injured, for whatever reason, you're still alive, but you're a vegetable, someone can be able to come in and control essentially your health as well as your finances. What ends up happening for people that don't have trust and essentially no powers of attorney associated with the trust, the hospital won't pull the plug, bank accounts will be frozen. It's a very serious issue. Actually, that happened recently to a client where her husband got into an accident. He didn't have her name on a lot of the accounts that they had. Essentially, the accounts were frozen, and slowly, as the husband was dying, she literally had no control over money and no control over his health. So hopefully that helps you, and thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you again. Take care.